Hey, what's going on, guys? Kaoiji here. So I've actually recently put in a little bit more time when it comes to the Japanese version of PSO2 and its graphics engine update. Now, a lot of people have already pointed a lot of the things out based on the comparison video that we did, which was a small comparison, but unfortunately, I do have to agree with some of the things that was mentioned. Despite the fact that I still think that things just look leaps and bounds better, it's clear to tell that some of the lighting when it comes to the game isn't exactly as fluid as the way that it used to be. When I use fluid, I mean it doesn't exactly look as good as it did before, mainly because it might just be a shadowing thing. For whatever reason, it looks like whenever you're going into certain cutscenes, or even when you're just going around in the world and when you're looking in the environment, things are a little bit darker than it was before. And in other cases, some of it just looks washed out. Now, again, despite the fact that it looks 10 times better, these are things to be concerned about. However, when I was going through the game, I started thinking about the reason that they even brought out the graphics engine update in the first place was mainly because this is supposed to be the prelude, or at least the step to get ready for New Genesis. Based on what we've previously seen before, I mean, that just seems like the best course of action, or at least the best way to think about things currently. So when looking at the way that everything is going to be rendered in New Genesis, especially with the fact that it's basically going to be an entirely new lighting source and an entirely new game, nothing really looks wrong. I mean, it mainly just looks different. What I did here is I ran Dragon Altar to be able to give you guys a little bit of an easier look, because this is probably the easiest place to be able to see some of the differences because of the lighting and the way that the fog is, portraying in the area. You can see some of the things in the Ark ship just look better. Again, like the fountain inside the actual Ark ship itself, it has actual water, but some of the reflections or some of the other things that was involving the glass in the Ark ship, I mean, some things just don't exactly fit the way that it did before. The other thing that I want to mention is the game just runs better. So with that, to me, it just makes me feel like when we start seeing New Genesis, it'll make sense as to why the graphics engine looks this way. But as of right now, with the way that PSO2 is, it just sometimes feels like a little bit more work is needed. This is definitely a step in the right direction. And as somebody said in my comment section before, this definitely feels like a 2 steps forward and 1 step back sort of scenario. But again, I definitely gonna stand by the comment that I'm making right now, where I think that this is only specifically done this way because of New Genesis. So I don't think that Phantasy Star Online 2 was the main focus of the graphics engine update at all. And I feel like what's gonna wind up happening is that they'll update PSO2 as is over time to be able to match. So this way, both games look as good as they can. But right now, it definitely, just based on this alone, seems like everything's full steam ahead on New Genesis. But now, as always, I pass the question off to you. What do you guys think? I mean, I got a lot of your thoughts in the previous video, but now with that information in mind, what do you think? What's going on in your head? But anyway, guys, thank you guys again for watching. As always, stay awesome, stay beautiful. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I'm out.